Tommy, it was good to bounce back today with a point.
Yeah, I think we can be content with our work and happy with the reaction. I still think we should have won it, but I've had that. I thought that against Spennymoor to an extent, and I definitely thought it against Blythe, obviously. But today we played well. I think we were really unfortunate to find ourselves 2-0 down, and then even when we get the penalty to bring us back into a game, you think, well, can anything else go wrong for us at the minute? And it would have been Stephen Thompson missing the penalty, but he is really assured with that. He stuck that one away, and I think it's given us that lifeline and desire to carry on and try and see it through, and we have.
I was going to mention those 2 goals for the home side there. It was 2 shots, 2 goals, and 2 perfect goals really in the top corners.
Yeah, I think the first one is a great goal, and I think you've got to hold your hands up for everyone in the stadium appreciated it. So bent one in from 20 yards outside of his left foot, and it's gone right in the top corner. It's a great goal. The second one reminded me a bit of a Spennymoor situation. Was it a cross? Was it a shot? But I do think we can prevent that a little bit. I think Ben knows he can get a little bit tighter and maybe prevent that one. But they worked into wide areas really well, and they were always trying to work their way back inside and getting the shots. And I think, other than those 2 goals, I think we've defended really well today.
The penalty shouts. It was 5 for Darlow, 1 for Ashton United. Craig has got 1 out of the 5. What did you think of the others?
I think theirs is the penalty. I think our first one and probably 5th one, chances are they're going to be penalties when we have a look at them back, but you get some, you don't, and the one we've got was probably one of the softest one out of the probably 2 or 3 that we're speaking about. But we've got one. We deserved one, and we probably deserved another one, but I think on general play, I think we dominated the possession. We pressed them really, really well, but the energy was there for everyone to see, and I think we were unlucky not to come away with 3 points.
And it was good for Harvey Saunders, wasn't it, to get himself on the score sheet with the equaliser?
It was, and Harvey's been patient, and I said to you before, I can't speak highly enough of that lad. He's like a sponge. He soaks up all the information you give him, and he wants more. He's constantly testing you, like what else can we work on? He literally is a menace on the training pitch, but he's a coach's dream. I love working with him, and to say he's that goal will give him the world of good, and I think he'll strive with his confidence now.
And certainly the point will do Darlow a world of good as well, won't it, after what had happened last Saturday?
Well, yeah, Saturday wasn't acceptable, and I couldn't stress that enough. It was frustrating because I drive home and I was on the phone to Whitey for about an hour, and you look at yourself before you start looking at anybody else, and I felt let down, but at the same time you are critical of yourself. Could I have done more? But when you've got probably, I won't say 11, probably 8 or 9 players that are really, really not being anywhere near where they should be, what can you do? And so I think the lads owed me one today, but they owed themselves one. Not only myself, I've said to the lads at the end, play for yourselves now. It's not about me, it's not about the fans and trying to please everybody else. You really owe it to yourselves to put on this for yourself, because people are saying all sorts about you and about us as a group. It's about time we go and shut people up and we stay together and we go and silence a few, and hopefully we've done that today. And
hopefully as well keep this going now into Alfreton on Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be a tough game. Their recent form's been impressive. They've obviously got a tree up front, and we're going to have to mark him very closely. He's very, very dangerous, and I've got a lot of respect for him. I think he knows what he is. He's powerful, and whoever is at the back for us next Saturday, he's going to have a tough task on the run.